A very good morning or afternoon to Professor Dr. Rafida Binti Hamdan and welcome to our group presentation. We are group 5 from section 2 for the subject environmental engineering. Today we are going to do a presentation the report that we do about slightly as causes unhealthy air quality at Sri Aman. First of all, I going to introduce myself. My name is Levendran, son of Vijay Kumar. My metric number is CF210299. Today I going to explain about the introduction of this group project. When dangerous substances are released into the environment such as gases, dust, particles, fumes or anything, it is said to be polluting the air. Human and other humans' health on our planet is at risk due to air pollution. It generates smoke and acid rain, worsen respiratory. This pollution can also harm other living things such as food crops and the environment or the built environment. There are three types of pollutants, which is first one is solid particles, second is liquid droplets, and the last one is gases. Nearly all of the air at the surface of the planet is made up of four gases: molecular nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and carbon dioxide. Only the carbon dioxide concentration have been rising among them since the Industrial Revolution. The dry composition of the atmosphere is exceedingly stable since Air is noble gas and other three gases are extremely stable and non-reactive at the atmospheric pressure and the temperature. They might be also be created by the nature or by the humans. There are two types of pollutants, primary and secondary. Primary pollutants often result directly from a process such as sulfur dioxide discharge from industries, carbon monoxide gas from automobile exhaust, and volcanic ash. Direct emission of the secondary pollutants do not occur. Although air pollution cannot be totally removed in the industrial era, action may be made to lessen it. In an effort to reduce air pollution, the government has created and is still creating regulation for the air qualities and law that limit emissions. By carpooling or using the bus instead of the driving alone, every one of us can do our part to lessen pollution. The pollutants emitted in the generation of electricity, which is accounts for the bulk of industrial air pollution, can also be decreased by switching to energy efficient light bulbs and appliances or by using less power overall.
Let's move to the problem statement. The problem of the haze in Malaysia has caused wide concern over recent years. Haze contains dust, smoke particles, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter. These particles can enter the human body and affect the oxygen to flow into the bloodstream and finally endanger human health. The problem that causes concern is insufficient public awareness of the importance of good air quality. The public always neglect their responsibility in maintaining good air quality and deny the relationship between human behavior and the air quality. The human behavior such as open burning releases harmful chemicals and particulate matter which can cause negative impact on human health and the environment. Furthermore, the lack of implementation and enforcement of environmental laws also contribute to the problem of haze. The reasons why implementation and enforcement of environmental laws is lacking are poor coordination among the government agencies, laws might not be suited to local and national settings, and laws might not have the required mandates or clear guidelines.
Selamat sejahtera, my name is Chong Wen Ling and now I will continue present about the methodology in this project. In methodology, we will discuss which is the system or strategy that already apply or can apply in Malaysia to solve the haze problem. The first strategy is the Asian Agreement on the Transboundary Haze Pollution was signed by all nations in the Southeast Asia. They have been working together to enhance the air quality since they understand that the haze is a regional issue rather than a national one. The haze record have made significant progress despite the fact that cause the haze are exceedingly difficult to regret. The second strategy is the National Haze Community in Malaysia follows the National Haze Action Plan, Fire Prevention Action Plan, and Clean Air Action Plan when making a decision at the national level. The National Action Plan for Peatland and the Fire Danger Rating System provide the information on fire prevention measures outside the haze event, while the Haze Impact and the Health Management Action Plan provide the information on the haze protection method. The third strategy is we also can learn from other countries about the haze problem solution, such as Singapore. One of the solutions from Singapore is the environmentally conscious. The non-profit organization Singapore Environmental Council (SEC), while overseeing the Singapore Green Label certification program, has been conducting investigation to make sure that the paper goods it certified are not connected to the haze. They also verify that they do not utilize raw materials from the non-sustainable source in a joint statement with the Consumer Association of Singapore (CASE). Another solution from Singapore is the extraordinary radio action. In year 2015, the Singapore government said that it had written to 4 Indonesian enterprises suspect of the contributing to haze pollution, requesting that increase their firefighting effort and submit the plans to the National Environmental Agency on how they would avoid the future burning (NEA).
Greetings to lecturer and everyone who is watching this. So my name is Choi Ming Wei and my metric number is AF200137, and for my part I will be presenting about the discussion. So for this part, we are presenting the demographic of the respondent, which is having a total of 40 UTHM students that involved with this Google form for our data collection. And here is the result of our respondent, which is having 12 male UTHM students and also 18 female UTHM students. And all of them are distributed among 20 to 24 of age. And the highest ratio among the race is the Chinese, followed with Malay student, and the lowest number which will be having Indian and also other races student. So the first part of our questionnaire will be asking about them which air pollution index is considered as a good air quality condition. So from the figure here, 5.3, we can see that most of the ratio, which is 56.7, agrees that 0 to 50 is considered a good API level, and the least of them, which is total of 3.3%, which is 1%, agrees that 201 until 300 is a safety. So from this data, we know that most of the respondents aware about the API readings means the lower the reading indicates a more clearer air intakes, so that we'll have a wider vision when we go outside the haze. Next will be a common effect of the haze. So here we'll be having a higher ratio. We agree that most of the effects above is considered a common effect of haze, which is asthma, dry throat, irritation of eyes, and also headaches. And the least person, which is one respondent, feels that headache is the one effect that they face during the haze. So this part, we will be asking the opinions from our respondents, which is 40 UTHM students. And first part will be we are asking them how they protect themselves from haze. So here we can see that the highest opinions obtained, which is 22 respondents agree that to wear a mask if they need to go outside. And the least respondent will be 13 respondents that need to pay attention to local air quality updates only on the daily. Moving on, we are asking them whether they are think that which group of people will be more sensitive to haze. So most of them are agree that elderly people is more higher risk to get a disease or, when they are going outside because they think that most of the side effects will appear more easily when to the elderly because the body immune system drops as they ages. And moving on, we are asking them whether they are agreed or not. The haze was originated by Indonesia because of illegal open burning of forests and peat swamps. And most of them, which is 17 respondents, agree that it was caused by open burning. And this haze happened was during the period of July and October every year.
Hello everyone, my name is Gojengzi, metric number AF20046. Today I will continue the part result and discussions. Haze can bring long-term and short-term effects on human health and environment. From the figure, we can see that the most of the respondents with 56.7% strongly agree with these statements. It is because haze will cause some effects like asthma, stroke irritations, heart disease, and respiratory infections. Besides that, haze threatens road user safety while driving. We can see that most of the respondents with 16 respondents strongly agree with this statement because they can see clearly the car in front of them. So this will cause road accident increases. However, cross-border haze act will improve the situation of haze. From the graph, we can observe the highest vote on partially agree and agree with 10 respondents. Hopefully, this rule will protect human health and environment quality in Malaysia in coming years. That's all for me, thank you. Next, let us discuss the occurrence of haze will be longer period in future. The highest respondent, 40% partially agree. In my opinion, I think haze will be longer in the future due to the production activity, vehicle emissions, and biomass burning in our daily life, not only illegal burning. The haze will affect daily activities such as sport, work, school, shopping, and any outdoor activity. From the figure, we can observe that higher votes on strongly agree with 17 respondents. It will increase risk of chronic heart disease when duration of exposure outdoor increases.
In conclusion, the problem of haze brings harms to our nature, environment, and human. It will affect human daily activities and affect the oxygen to flow into the bloodstream. Therefore, the problem of haze requires attention by the public and the government. The public must aware of the importance of good air quality and avoid activities such as open burning. For government, they need to overcome the problem of lacking implementation and enforcement of environmental laws. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching.